My name is Patrycja Zadłużna, and I'm working in Guretruck. Right now, I'm going to show you our newest cases from our departments, from two of our departments. I mean, call center and also legal department. So I will start with these cases. Then I will move to couple of news from the internet. I mean, these news will be about transport, world, and so on. So please take a look at our presentation first. Give me a second. I will show you the presentation I received from my colleagues. The first case is about the assistance from Germany. It was in Leipheim in Germany. 1,568 euros for taking 45 hours rest in the truck's cabin. Also, I have here information that it was on 22nd of April. The client's truck was stopped in Germany on the highway A8 near the town of Leipheim. During the inspection, inspectors found violations regarding the driver's rest. The inspectors found that the driver had taken his 45 hours rest in the truck. Due to this violation, a fine of, as I said before, 1,568 euros was imposed. As the driver was unable to pay the fine himself, the company asked us for help. The assistance department arranged the payment within 30 minutes. After the payment, the driver was able to go. The next case is from Spain. 4,001 euro for illegal cabotage and 1,001 euro for lack of rest. It was in Zaragoza, Spain, 29th of April. We were contacted by our Bulgarian client who needed our help in Spain. It was a big fine in Spain. One of the trucks was stopped for a routine inspection near Zaragoza. During the inspection, the inspector found infraction related to cabotage rules and working time. The customer needed us to pay the fine as soon as possible so the truck can deliver the goods on time. We had to act quickly. Despite the lack of cooperation from the police, we managed to get the necessary information to pay the bail, so the company has an open path to legal defense. Within 10 minutes, the payment was processed. After a short time, the patrol returned the documents to the driver and he was able to complete the transport. 60,000, the next case, I will introduce you the next case right now from Norway. 60,000 kronas for lack of documentation necessary to enter Norway. It was in Elverum, Norway. It was on the 2nd of May, so 2 weeks ago, let's say. And this was a huge fine. We were contacted by our long-time partner. One of his client's truck was stopped for a routine inspection in Norway. The police decided to impose a hefty fine. It was 60,000 kronas, as I said. And it is, the equivalent of 5,000 euros, and it was for lacking the proper documentation for Norway. Of course, the driver was unable to pay such a high fine on the road. The assistance department immediately contacted the police to determine any necessary payment issue. Despite the fact that fines in Norway are not among those most often paid, in Norway, the assistance department handled the situation brilliantly. Thanks to the commitment and experience of our employees, we managed to organize everything so that the truck could leave the control point, and the client was impressed with the quality of the service, of course. What can I say? Okay, and now we are taking a look at fines from our legal departments. So the first case is from Valencia for alleged infraction consisting of lack of the records of the driver's activities, and it was a file with a sanction of 1,001 euro that we won. The next case, also from Spain, actually I have only Spanish cases here, is from Andalusia, June 2022. It was file 1 in public administration treasury procedure, a file with a sanction of 1,000 euro and 1,001 euro has been won. The next case, Castilla-La Mancha, this is December 2023, for alleged infraction consisting of lack of manual annotation of the driver's activities. A file of a sanction of 1,001 euro has been won. The next case is also from Valencia. We've got August 2021 for alleged infraction consisting of excessive bi-weekly driving. The sanction of a fine has been reduced from 401 euro to 100 euro. And the next case, Ministry, October 2023, for alleged infraction consisting of failure to comply with an inspection request. The sanction of a fine has been reduced from 20,000 euro to 2,400 euros. So, good news for a client. The next case, Castilla-La Mancha as well, December 2023, for alleged infraction consisting of lack of the records of the driver's activities. A fine with a sanction of 1,001 euro has been won. The next case, Andalusia, June 2022, file 1 in public administration treasury procedure. It was 401 euro. Valencia, October 2023, for alleged infraction consisting of driving without the driver's card inserted in the tachograph. The sanction of a fine has been reduced from 2,001 euro to 6,601 euro. And the last case is from Aragon, December 2023, for alleged infraction consisting of incorrect use of registration sheets. The sanction of a fine has been reduced from 1,000 to 800 euros. So that's it when it comes to our news from our departments. And right now, I would like to start with the news. Unfortunately, I will start with a terrible news from Belgium. We've got here 5 suspects arrested in investigation into death of trucker killed after drain cover was thrown through the windscreen of his lorry. 5 suspects has been arrested in the investigation into an incident on Friday night in which a Romanian truck driver lost his life. The trucker died after a drain cover was thrown through the windscreen of his lorry from a bridge over the E42 motorway. The Namur Public Prosecutor's Office says that 2 of the 5 suspects are minors. As we reported, actually, I haven't reported it before because on Monday we didn't have a stream. Actually, I reported it on Polish stream. A Romanian trucker was killed on Friday night on the E42 motorway between Heron and Anden. A drain cover that went straight through the windscreen of his lorry. The 50-year-old trucker died instantly. His girlfriend, I don't know, on Polish in website I read that it was his wife, but that's never mind. She was in the passenger seat and she was able to stop the vehicle safely, and she was unharmed. Fortunately. The Nauer prosecutor's office says that 5 people, 3 adults and 2 minors, have been arrested. They are currently being questioned. Given the weight of the drain cover, it seems unlikely that only one person threw it off the bridge. An examining magistrate has been assigned to the case. Footage from nearby surveillance cameras is currently being analyzed. The case is being treated as murder. No further details have been released as yet. Actually, I know more details. Maybe we will see it here. No. I also know that their son was driving the next lorry couple of kilometers. After a couple of kilometers, he noticed that his father's lorry was has got accident, and he was one of the first one of the first people there. So he also took part in it, and they all are very traumatized. The wife or the girlfriend and their son. When it comes to this case, I will take a look, and I hope I will find some new information about it, because it is a very sad story. I don't know what these 5 people had in their heads, but I even can't find the appropriate words for this. So, drivers, this is such a very, very dangerous profession. I think I consider it as a very, very dangerous profession in comparison to other professions. So big respect for them, and this is horrible. Okay. Now I have a news about new international multi-modal transport service from Southeast Asia to Europe. Yamato Holdings, headquartered in Tokyo, recently launched an international multimodal transport service by road and rail linking Southeast Asia and Europe. The Japanese holding company for carrier, transport and logistics services, among others, introduced an international intermodal link on the 1st of May to build a resilient global supply chain between Southeast Asia and Europe. The Southeast Asia region is the center of industries, manufacturing, electronic products and automotive components from various countries around the world. The shortest sea route via the Suez Canal was mainly used to transport goods from Southeast Asia to the European market. However, since late 2023, armed attacks by militant groups on cargo ships have been ongoing in the Red Sea and adjacent waters. As a result, many vessels have been forced to take a longer route around the Cape of Good Hope in South Africa, which, according to Yamato Holding, is affecting global logistics and the economy. Transit time to destination has been extended by up to 20 days compared to the Suez Canal route, leading to a significant increase in ocean freight rates and insurance costs due to the diversions. In addition, the risks have been more pronounced, highlighting the critical need to establish a robust global supply chain that can adapt quickly. To create a resilient global supply chain between Southeast Asia and Europe, Yamato Holdings launched international multi-modal transportation by road and rail in early May. So here we've got pickup from customer in Thailand, transport from Thailand to China, rail transport from China to Kazakhstan and Russia, customs clearance. Then we've got rail transport within the EU, Poland, Germany, and then delivery to the designated delivery destination after transshipment to a truck. So as part of the new link, Yamato is using the Overland Total Logistics Services tracking network on the Southeast Asia-China section and working with rail service providers on the China-Europe section. So quite interesting. Quite interesting. Okay, and now I've got a news about Guretruck. Guretruck wraps up first test with electric lorries and trailers. Lithuanian road transport giant Guretruck, in collaboration with Nestle, Volvo, Schmitz Cargobull and BP Pulse, has conducted tests of an all-electric lorry and electric trailer. The pilot established that the HGV charging infrastructure is a critical aspect of the transition of electromobility. We can now cover distances of up to 250 to 300 kilometers, which allows us to do a lot more than in earlier years. However, we need to improve the charging equipment and find a way to charge load optimally. I will show you a video about this case.
Addresses many challenges, one of which significantly affects the logistic area is decarbonization. In transport sector, we are currently at a crossroads, exploring potential solutions while acknowledging potential issues that lie ahead. One promising solution that we believe will help us achieve emission-free transportation is adoption of electric transport.
Electric transport has come a huge way when you look from years ago till today, because now today we are able to run ranges up to 250 and 300 kilometers, which is much better like it has been years before. Still, the charging facilities we need to improve. We need to find a way how we do the optimal charging and how we do the optimal payload on this one.
If you look at the emissions from an electric truck, 90% of the sustainability impact come from the use phase. We know that during production, the emissions are slightly higher for electric trucks, but during the use phase, which is 90% of the total emission and the sustainability impact during lifetime, is significantly less because the energy engine is more efficient, and we also have the energy mix in Europe, which is beneficial for the environment.
In terms of e-mobility being a solution then, so we see that approximately 25% of emissions globally are from transportation, and the fact that electric vehicles have zero tailpipe emissions make it an obvious choice.
The electrification solution, however, has its challenges, such as a lack of infrastructure. To transition smoothly to electrical transportation, we need to work on solving these issues already today, as the need for charging stations and maintenance facilities for electric vehicles is immediate. This is one of the reasons why the path to decarbonization cannot be taken alone. There is a high-level collaboration needed in between all stakeholders, customers, solution providers, and logistics operators. A perfect example of unlocking the full potential technologies and overcoming any obstacles that come up is our collective effort with Nestle, Volvo, Schmitz Cargo Bull, and BP Pulse.
So we see the partnership as immensely valuable. It kind of epitomizes how we operate and how we see this whole industry accelerating. It can't be done alone, we need partners in this. Like BP, Guretruck are industry leading. They're willing to take that bold first step.
I think it's important that this cannot be done only alone with companies like ours or with providers. This has to be a full initiative, so we need to involve governments at the early stage to get also their support for what we want to do.
Introducing a fully electric solution for the road transport is a pioneering approach that has never been tested on a large scale before. It is a significant step towards sustainable and responsible road transportation. Moreover, by integrating both electric truck and trailer, we are pushing our boundaries of what's currently possible in electric transportation, showcasing a commitment to innovation and environmental stewardship.
For decades, Volvo trucks have had a holistic view on producing trucks. First of all, an electric truck is, of course, a zero tailpipe solution, meaning there is not coming CO2 out of the truck when it's driving. On top of that, we are using renewable materials in the truck. And for example, the truck behind me is produced with zero-emission steel. So the steel that is in the truck is produced without using CO2, or is at least CO2 neutral.
Currently, cost of electromobility are very much dependent on cost of batteries. So the biggest question mark for any business case is how much do I have to invest versus what is the outcome. If shippers are not ready to pay more because goods are transported in an electric reefer, then it gets critical. Payoff need to come by the operation itself. That's why we have decided to reduce the battery capacity. It can safely guarantee operations for minimum 5 hours, but it doesn't cost as much as you have a bigger battery pack that also reduces payload, so where economy is very much critical. Electric trailers are on the road already. We launched these trailers on the IIA. So we are pretty confident that also with a little bit push from legislation, which takes place in countries like the Netherlands very strongly, that every day the number of fleet of electric trailer is growing.
Electric trucks have a lot of advantage, a lot of positive things. You don't have the diesel, you don't have the CO2, the noise is much less than it has to be before. So it's a no-brainer once we get the technology into place that this is the best way how we can move forward from here. That's important. But at the end, now it becomes a very reasonable way of transportation, though we are looking for this. And once we solve the infrastructure, which I'm sure we will build in the next years, everything is a very future-looking initiative.
We know that if you look at all the goods in Europe, 45% is actually traveling less than 300 kilometers per day. And this is also a range that we easily can handle today without charging. If you then charge, you will have significantly longer range. That means that we have examples of our trucks actually running up to 640 kilometers per day with some top-up charging during the day. Charging takes 90 minutes from 0 to 80%, but in many cases you only charge from 30 to 80% during the day, and that means that you can do during a scheduled breaks of 45 minutes.
A tailor-made solution that combines electric truck with electric trailer unlocks such benefits as enhanced collaboration, significant environmental impact, and industry leadership. These are the factors that made it possible to offer comprehensive zero-emission transport solution, making the real impact on environment and bringing sustainable goals into practice.
We have, together with Guretruck and Volvo Truck, have a relationship for many years, delivering many trucks. Last year we celebrated trucks number 10,000 delivered to Guretruck. And this is really based on a partnership. We have grown our companies together and we have developed the way of transporting together. We see Guretruck is a big company. They have big muscles when it comes to data technology and collecting data. And by that we can together see how customers in reality are driving, getting together developed the way of transporting. And right now we are standing in front of a new chapter where we as partners together have started developing how can we transport goods with electrical trucks. And we have already delivered the first electrical truck to Guretruck, and we are looking forward to deliver many more.
Open dialogue is fundamental in collaboration. It ensures that all parties involved in the process are on the same page. Firstly, collective action and shared commitment among such a diverse yet synergetic partners as Nestle, Volvo, Schmitz Cargo Bull, BP Pulse and Guretruck underscore the necessity to act together. Secondly, the most significant aspect of this collaboration is development of tangible and impactful solution. A joint effort is key to co-creation, leading to sustainable and long-lasting changes in the logistics and transport sectors.
Yeah, so that's it when it comes to Guretruck, Volvo cooperation, and when it comes to the electric lorries and trailers. The only thing that is actually that hasn't been introduced here is the fact that from where the energy for charging will be taken. I mean, maybe we can have free and green, free of fuel lorries and vehicles, but I mean, from where will we get the energy? Is the energy going to be completely green? I think right now I don't think so. I think that maybe 10 years and it will be more, less hypo critical. But yeah, we will see. When it comes to today's stream, this is it. We will see each other on Monday. Thank you for your attention, and I wish you a good day. So, goodbye.